Now, thousands of people have attended the funeral prayers and procession for Brigadier General Ali Mohammad Naeini, the Islamic Revolutionary Guard Corps (IRGC) commander killed in the US-Israeli strike. According to the Iranian Students News Agency, the funeral service for Naeini was held in the Iranian capital in Tehran, even as the country held services marking Eid al-Fitr and the Persian New Year Nowruz. The 68-year-old military official was killed in overnight strikes carried out jointly by the US and Israel. The IRGC said the latest in a mounting toll of senior officials assassinated since the war began. Commodore Dear Sodhi, the question really is that we've seen so much criticism for Donald Trump within the states, and of course the top counter-terrorism official Joe Kent also resigned, criticizing Trump. Now, my question to you is that with whatever happens and whatever comes out of this war, do you think Trump's impression in the world gets better from here because he is applying a strategy when it comes to the Strait of Hormuz, or does it worsen?
As of now, he is on a very difficult state. His condition is not very good, because if you look at this, though he keeps making statements every day, the whole world community is not standing by him. The NATO, the one day he makes a statement about NATO, the next day he starts criticizing NATO. Then not only NATO, the European countries, even the Middle East countries, now they are not coming up in the open. But the Middle East countries now, they also might be facing the problem they are facing is their infrastructure, the economy, everything is getting hit so badly. To me, it looks that though he had come out with a campaign during his campaign for the presidentship, he had said that he is a person who's going to bring peace to the world. But it's totally contradictory to that. He has brought a lot of misery to the complete world, to so many countries. And the very fact that he changed the Department of Defense to Department of War, that itself was an indication about Mr. Trump's policy, that what he is going to do. He makes a lot of claims that, like he said in Iran, he wants the people to come up, he wants the ladies to be protected, he wants to do so many things. But then the target, you see the schools, the girls were hit in Iran, where so many deaths took place. I think he is totally confused, and his condition is going to go from bad to worse. His status as a world leader is going to be really affected, with this sort of a conflict which is happening as of today.
Right. I'll come back to you. Now, according to reports, viewers, violent explosions have rocked Kuwait following Iranian strikes. In the video, the strikes can be seen clearly heard on the Iraqi side. Let's listen in. Ambassador Sushil Singhal, former diplomat, is also joining me. Ambassador Singhal, I don't really like saying this, but the fact is that the war can never be interesting with the kind of devastation that's ensued. But the war has taken a very interesting turn. US's third warship, USS Tripoli, the amphibious assault ship, is headed towards the Middle East. And this is a big development. How do you see this, and what do you think will follow?
Well, it's very, very difficult to decipher what the President Trump is planning and thinking, because he is giving at this moment very contradictory statements. One side, he has stated that his war objectives have been achieved and he is in the process of winding down. But on the ground, what we are seeing is the escalation by him, as well as, of course, Israel, of course, different story altogether. But even from the US side, what we see is the escalation. Iranians are saying, and I think there is maybe some, we can take it with some grain of truth in that what President Trump is trying to do at this moment is trying to calm the markets, particularly the oil markets, by saying that, I've achieved the objective and I'm in the process of winding down. In fact, it has immediate impact on the oil markets, that, the prices start getting down. Today it has happened. But what is happening on the ground is totally different. He's getting the Marines there. He's talking about the ground assault. He's talking about taking over the island, which is very important for Iran from the point of view that they have all the storage facility and that's the export hub for them. So what he's doing and what he's saying is quite different. So what I see is total confusion at this moment. But his ultimate objective is to end up with a win, which he can, in his own way, which he can declare that I have achieved my objective. But at the same time, he want to get out very quickly without getting further bruised out in it. But what we are saying is that Iran is not allowing that kind of escape. And he's very worried about the oil prices because it has allowed even the Iran to sell oil. Just imagine the country with whom they are fighting and they are under sanction. Now they are saying that they can sell oil to anybody. Then, of course, today I think I was reading that they have even strategic reserves. They are issuing oil from that, about 45 million barrels. So his main worry is the oil prices and protection of the safe passage from the Strait of Hormuz. So whatever he is trying to do, if we start looking his objectives and his action from these parameters, then it starts making sense. That he is trying to achieve these maybe the conflicting the objectives, and of course he keeps changing the goalpost. But ultimately, I think these objectives have not changed. State of Hormuz, oil prices, and opportunity to declare it. So if we start looking at from that point of view, it start making sense to